Canada geese.
Because what's called?
We have bison on the river. Sit down.
I can't.
Good. Kurt, you gotta get over here. You're too close to the boat.
You guys have to scoot up there. You gotta scoot that way.
There's an eagle's nest over there. Right in that tree, if you can see it. Bald eagle. Erica, you see the deer?
Wait.
See the gravel?
I don't see any.
Right in that light area. It's a white spot.
Oh. Not ready yet.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, at least we got moving.
There's another one over there. He's running. I don't see him. Oh, I see him.
No, I don't see him.
He's right there. See that tree that comes out?
Oh, yeah. I got him. Bald eagle. Going down Grand Teton River, the Snake River. Bald eagle. Right, our lunch. We've just come about 11 miles down this river. This is the Snake River in Wyoming. Pretty nice, comfortable ride. We've seen a lot of animals. Sorry about the bison. I really couldn't get the right angle on this, and I kept moving around the boat, and of course I almost fell out. But other than that, I thought I got some pictures. There's Terry with what we think is coffee. The pod is about 150 years old. There's Erica sitting on there. If you go back in there, you'll get that's where they're cooking the hamburgers and hot dogs right now. So it's July 4th. It's about noon on July 4th. We're about halfway through our journey. We have lunch. We paid to have lunch here. Pretty nice raft ride. The total raft ride is about 20 to 22 miles long, and it's a pretty nice area. As you can see, this is the Snake River. Of course, you can't miss the Grand Tetons in the background. They're just beautiful. you look carefully, I think up there is a glacier. And if you look real carefully, I don't think you can see. Yeah, there it is. That one right there. Right in the center of the picture is another glacier, moving, they say, about 20 feet a year. Restricted. No one can climb up there. You can climb anywhere you want in the Grand Tetons except for 2 areas, and that's one of them. Because of the movement of the glacial ice. It never melts, and it is a glacier. It does move. And as you look down the range of the mountains, and where the river's going, this is where we're heading after lunch. We're going down this way another 10, 12 miles down the river to the end of the line, so to speak, and then they're going to bus us back to our car. It's kind of a fun day so far. We almost lost Kurt once over the side, and other than that, it was a relatively calm ride. But I understand the second part of the journey will be much more rapid. Oops. Terry. Terry. Come on.
Mom. Mom.
On the Erica found the rock. Here comes Kurt. The bugs are bothering him. Only him. There's a long shirt on just because of the bugs. There are some here, but you know, hey. This place isn't sprayed either. Erica, look over here. Oh, look a little longer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Someday they'll appreciate this.
You can't even eat breakfast with this stupid camera looking at you. I know. Put it. Put the lens cap on.
It's not really.
I mean, I hate making history.
That's 10 years ago.
Yeah. Immature bald eagle.
Bears? Yeah, we've got bears.
Grizzly bears?
Yeah, grizzly bears. Don't see them on the river very often. There's been one right back there a quarter mile from where we had lunch for about the last week feeding on a deer carcass, but the carcass, he finished the carcass, so he's gone now. Where he went, we don't know. But I've been expecting to see him around lunch stop there with all the cooking we do. We don't keep much food source, but I hadn't smelled him, I hadn't seen tracks, so hopefully he went up to the Gros Ventre Mountains where he belongs, across the road.
What would you do if he did that for lunch?
I'd give him a hot dog. I'd give him all the hot dogs he wants.
And then, as soon as you give him the hot dog, go away into the rock.
Had a buddy of mine, northern Colorado, had a little, kind of like a hunt. He reached around on the stove and grabbed the first thing he found was a pot. Hit the bear across the nose with it. The pot had pudding in it, chocolate pudding. Said he just closed the door and went back to bed because the bear wouldn't leave it. Had chocolate pudding all over him, all over the porch. The bear stayed there the rest of the night. Cleaned it up.
Going down the Snake River.
Cottonwoods? Yeah, the only place we'll go is where they've got good underground water.
Relatively speaking.
I'm not real sure on the root stuff, as you can see. You know, in Arizona, it's on, when you find cottonwood, you'll find water.
Longhorn deer.
No, he's not.
No, I'm just setting it up, Kurt.
He's a bit straight up in there.
He's taping.
No, he's not.
Ready?
Fine, I'll sit.
We're gonna have lunch here. This is Wednesday, July the 5th. We're about 150 miles. We're about 150 miles from Yellowstone. There's Terry. She's going to the ladies' room. It's a nice area. We're in Idaho right now. Crossed over the Idaho border about 30 miles ago. We're about 20 miles east of Idaho Falls. This is still the Snake River, the one we were on yesterday. This is in Idaho, as you can see. It's a pretty area. At this rest stop. Idaho is very pretty. From Jackson, Wyoming to here, about 50 miles. It looks like Vermont in some ways. But it is a very pretty area. Didn't realize Idaho was this pretty. Nice area. Very nice area.
He's taping up there. I think I started waving my face.
Okay. Oh, great.
Come on, Dad.
Don't we look like
And don't tell us we're going to appreciate it because he told us.
His mom standing and eating lunch as usual.
Change my shirt.
Hi, Kurt.
Hi. My peach.
I don't understand why you take rest stops. I mean, Dad, this is extremely boring.
Huh?
This is gonna be extremely boring.
What?
It's like a sitting lunch in a rest stop.
Yeah, do you think this is extremely boring?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kurt, sit down. Sit down so I can take a picture.
There's
What?
a rule sign over there.
Where? Kurt, sit down, Kurt.
Behind you.
Oh, Kurt, sit here so I can take your picture.
This is so hot.
How you can't sit.
Oh. Well, hey, Val, turn around so I can take your picture, will you?
There's a rule sign behind you.
What does the rule say?
Behind you.
Here we are at Elko, Nevada. It is Thursday, July 6th, and it's about, it's in the 90s. Reported to go up to over 100 today. Nice and dry, my kind of weather. Thursday, July 6th. They won't do it this time, but I want to show you what they were all, the 4 of those clowns were on. You'll notice this little thingamajig here. The 4 of them were on it, bouncing around a few minutes ago. I just wanted to let you know, but they won't do it this time. Here we are having a picnic. Today is Friday. What is it, July 7th, dear? It's July 7th. It is a Friday. We're going to have a picnic at this park, as you see. Guys, okay. We're having, look over here, guys.
No.
Look over here. Kurt, Erica.
I'm looking.
We're having lunch here today. Val, say hello. Having lunch here today. This is
Bye, Dad.
a state park in Nevada. Now, I want Mom and Dad and everybody else who's over 40 years old to look around this park and see if they can guess at where we are in Nevada, what kind of an area. All right, now these are awfully big pines. Just don't, they're very, very big pines. The pine cones are huge. If you haven't guessed that where we are now, I'll give you a hint. Dum da dum da dum da dum da dum dum. Dum da dum da dum da dum da dum da dum 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 dum. Okay, that hint enough? Nevada, Virginia City, Ben Cartwright. Yes, this is the area of the Ponderosa. In fact, these huge pines you see in front of us are called Ponderosa pines. So we are heading for the Ponderosa Ranch. We're just south of Reno, Nevada, not too far from the California border. Friday, July the 7th, everybody's having lunch here. Nice little picnic area on the way to the Ponderosa Ranch. And before all the food is gone, I better get over there or I'm going to be eating just Doritos. Here we are at Lake Tahoe. There's a ski area over here. And as you scan, this is Lake Tahoe, Nevada we're in. It's Friday, July the 7th. There's Lake Tahoe with California in the background. Lake Tahoe.
Check out the golf course, dear.
I know, I see it.
No, we're going to California tonight.
Notice the Lake Tahoe. Notice some interesting sights down there, Dad.
Area.
Lake Tahoe area. And of course the California mountains in the background. Beautiful Lake Tahoe. Here they are, unobserved, looking out at Lake Tahoe. There's Kurt about to fall in Lake Tahoe. Oh, that's not Val. Ponderosa country. Friday, July 7th, we were lucky enough to get a site in Yosemite. We're in Yosemite now. Don't particularly care for the campground. Too crowded. The roads are not very good. Not compared to Yellowstone. But you can see we've got two sites here. Well, one site with our two tents are up. There's our table. And if you notice this little box in the background here, it's metal. It's metal, just past Terry. It says F9 on it. I'll zoom in on it. It's for food storage because of the bears that frequent the campground. So there are plenty of bears. They're only black bears though. There's no grizzlies, so they don't really bother people except they want food. Whereas the grizzlies, they're pretty aggressive and mean. They're not too bad. I mean, it's a wooded area, but there are mosquitoes here. I thought there were no mosquitoes in California. Plenty of mosquitoes here. All right, guys, look. I'm filming you. I'm filming you. Isn't this wonderful? We're gonna go take a walk down the road to see what's around. And here we are, Friday. We're gonna be here till Wednesday, and that's it.
And as you can see, we are moving the tents. Literally carrying them to our next campsite. I am. Everyone is helping out.
You got the green light on?
Yes. They look like a bunch of idiots walking down the street to move the tent. doesn't really make sense why we have to move the tent, but that's what they say. Car coming.
Here we are, Saturday, July 8th, I believe it is. We're walking down to a grove of giant sequoias. I don't think this is probably a sequoia, but this is not the grove yet. As you can see, it's a pretty big tree. But I don't think we're there yet. This is one huge tree here. As it says, entering the Tuolumne Grove of giant sequoias. We've already seen some really big trees here, but I'm really interested in seeing what the grove itself looks like. It's dead, but they've cut a tunnel right through the road so cars can pass through. And as you'll notice, here come the three musketeers, actually the four musketeers, walking through a giant sequoia. It's a dead one. The one we just filmed, we were all in front of, was live. They estimate the thing is over 2,000 years old, which means it was alive when Jesus was on earth. Come on, Erica and Valerie.
Look at that tree. Come on. 14 feet in diameter.
14-foot diameter tree. That is one big tree. There's Kurt next to a giant sequoia. Just give you an idea how big this thing is. I'm going to fall over backwards in a minute. And I can't see the top. It is absolutely gigantic. To give you an idea of how big it is, there's Kurt. Right there. The tree barely fits inside the lens. That's Kurt right there by the tree.
There's a tunnel in there. It goes all the way through. We went in it. Yeah. There's something. Oh, hi, girl. There's something at the end.
Standing in front of a dead giant sequoia. How tall this thing is. How thick. They're inside the giant sequoia. They've got about, oh, I don't know, 100 feet from one rotten place right through the sequoia.
You can get out. There's an out. You can get out. That's right. Daddy, you go.
So huge, you just have to see the kids in front of them. I had a mosquito on me. That's Kurt and Erica at the base of one tree. And you can see just how gigantic this thing is. I mean, this thing is huge. And this tree is, they estimate, is about 2,000 years old. Okay, now here's Terry in front of another big one. You see how big it is, just gigantic. And you know, compared to her size, just gigantic trees. Another 2,000-year-old giant. Oh, I can't, I'm gonna fall over backwards. Hundreds of feet in the air. Let me see if I can get out of the way of this. Hundreds of feet. There's the top. You can see it. see just how gigantic these trees are. Zoom back, because this thing is at least 3,000 years old. Maybe older. You see just how big it is. I mean, I don't know if you can get the, just tremendously large tree. That's Valerie standing there at the base. Here comes Kurt around the edge.
Dad, it took like 29 seconds just to walk around this tree.
You see the tree fills the entire scope. It is just tremendous tree. And I don't even want to tell you how high it is. Oh my goodness gracious. I'll try and scan back. That's as far back as I can get. And give you an idea of just how big this baby is. Oh, I can't see the canopy. It just goes and goes and goes. Tremendously huge tree. They estimate the ones we saw before were 2,000. This has got to be at least 3,000, if not older. And it's alive.
I believe Friday, July 8th maybe? No, Saturday, July 8th. And here we are at a river in Yosemite Valley,
Scan it now.
about to go swimming. Here is the whole river. Look down, it's quite deep, and there goes people jumping in. Ah, bugs. Yes, there are mosquitoes in Yosemite. Haven't seen many. Just look down the other side. There are some people down there, but I don't think you can see them. Oh, here we go. Look at this. That looks quite wet. There's Erica.
Oh, it's over my head right here. Yeah.
It's over his head right there.
It's okay.
There are those three fools in the water freezing their buns off. Maybe I'll go in later, but I don't feel like changing right now in the cellar hole. Come on, Erica, get your head wet.
I'm not getting my head wet.
There she is. We are in Yosemite Valley. It's the top of the mountain. You really can't see how big it really just is.